We're young now?
We've been young.
Is this from Joni?
Oh, you see the blood?
Who clawed your face? Was it the cat or was it the baby?
The claw. The baby.
Ouch.
Our baby doesn't. It has some damage.
Because she goes in and she goes in to kill.
Yeah.
That's
her one defense mechanism.
She pushes it as hard as she can.
She's like, how can I make him bleed?
Blood. She's thirsty for blood.
Thirsty. So welcome to Q&A Day.
Welcome back.
Crazy January.
We don't have to explain ourselves.
Well,
life's crazy. We're gonna have long gaps of nothing.
Well,
it is what it is.
So
nobody cares.
Quick, what changed? New?
In January?
Yeah. I turned 32, you turned 32. We had new windows. We went to winter camp. We did a lot of things.
Yeah. It was like every weekend. Your birthday. Well, you said you turned, but it's like we did stuff for your birthday.
Yeah.
And then, the window install weekend was big.
A lot of stuff.
I have been looking at my calendar and there's like something every day.
And there still is.
And it continues to be so.
But now we're back in the studio.
Back in the studio.
It's
so good to be back in the studio.
Hey, video followers.
It's been so long since I've been in the studio.
I know you've been hanging on to every button to wait. When are we going to be posting another post?
It's so good to be back in the studio. We live here and sleep here every day. But anyway, Q&A day. Who's ready? Who's ready to get her done, son? Here's our question.
Scoot back a little bit. Turn left. Move left. There we go.
All right. This one says, JT.
What is it? Okay, go for it.
It's a faith question.
Okay, let me say. I went to the dentist this morning, so I'm getting in the zone.
Your mouth, do you feel your lips again?
I feel my gums again, yes.
Okay. Your face isn't numb anymore?
It's always been numb.
Should we test it?
Like a wet fish.
Jeremiah, share one prayer God has answered recently.
Oof. That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
That's more of a challenge for me.
Do you want me to go first? Because I have one from this morning.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're a dental insured family now.
Mm-hmm.
We have the dental insurance. Our teeth can be cleaned for the first time in most of our lives. So I took Judah to the dentist this morning. He had to get 2 cavities filled. And we knew he had to get one. We didn't know about the second one. And so we were like, I was trying to walk him through it because Judah is our anxious bear, our worrier. And he just hypes things up in his head. He gets really anxious and there's no reasoning or logic, but I just try to give him as much information as I can because I think that's helpful. Anyway, the point is, I tried to walk him through the process this morning about, all they're going to do is it was a tiny, tiny, tiny cavity. And the dentist told me when he saw it, oh yeah, when you guys come back in for this filling, we're not even going to numb him. We're not going to have to do any of that. It'll be super easy, quick to fill, not very painful, all that. And I was just like, okay, here's what's going to happen. I just explained, okay, buddy, we're going to go in there. You're just going to open your mouth and they're going to get a little tiny drill and just clean, 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 clean. And you won't feel it because it's just like if you scratch your teeth, you don't feel it. Anyway, I'm going through all this, telling them they're going to put the water in, they're going to rinse it, they're going to fill it with the gel or whatever. And then you're going to be good to go. And he's really nervous and really worried. And I was like, let's just pray. So we prayed. And I was like, Jesus, make Judah brave. Just give Judah bravery. Help him to be comfortable and have peace right now and to be brave. We got into the dentist office and he was
yeah, I was doing that. They're gonna get nitrous on me.
Yeah. They're gonna trank you to get your gums clean. Then Judah was such a champion. He sat there and he was like this with his hands crossed and he was like, and they just went in and the doctor was super great, showing him everything and saying, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And he's super sweet to Judah. And then Judah just took it and he didn't say a word. He was like, okay, I'm ready. And then they did it. And then the doctor was like, hey mom, look at this. And I looked and there was a second cavity, also very tiny. He's like, we could do this today if you want. We don't have to. What do you think? And I was like, hey, Judah, can we do another one? You want to do a second one? And just get it filled, get it knocked out right now? And he was like, yeah. And then just like went in and did the second one.
Nice.
It was amazing. And I said, Judah, Jesus answered our prayer. He made you brave today. Like, he made you brave. He gave you peace. Like, thank you, Jesus. Let's thank him together. And like, he answered prayers. And I was able to show Judah how we prayed and Jesus answered our prayers. And then we got to give praise back to God for answering our prayers. So
awesome.
That was cool. I know. Sorry, it's a long story about the dentist. Too much detail? Do you need to edit
me
down?
No, I think it's good because no one watches these. We're going to watch these in like 10 years. And we're like, oh, remember that? Like, it's amazing. And it's going to flood all those memories back.
So every time we say no one watches these, we get a lot of hate comments from our viewers that say, I watch all the time.
Claudia, we're shouting at you this time because we know you have a comment. Maybe, Claudia, if you're watching this, we'll give you a challenge. If you stuck it in this far, write in the comment section, what would you like to know?
Ask us a question,
yes.
Claudia. We'll take one question.
Claudia or anyone else. Just anyone, just respond. Please. No, what answer has God? How does prayer has
God answered recently?
And I think my big challenge is that I have prayed a lot, but I don't keep track of things. Like, I pray for people, like, God heal this person, or do this, or not do this. Or it's more like God asking for wisdom. A lot of times I go into a situation that God, give me wisdom, give me peace, give me strength, go in here and do this. But I don't keep account, or I don't keep what's going on.
Like follow up back around to see if it got answered.
Yeah. I kind of maybe pray in expectancy that he will give me wisdom, but I shouldn't be that bold. It's a challenge for me to go back and say, did I have wisdom in that situation? Did I lean on the Lord, or was I leaning on my own understanding?
It can even be less about self-reflection and more about just like giving praise where praise is due, right? To say, God, you answered that. Whether it was something simple or something.
Yeah, but
just be like,
but if you're saying look at direct, like if it's the question is like if it directly answer, I don't know, God answers my prayer every day, just me being alive, or just giving him glory every day. And so I don't know. I think that is a good habit to get started. In my journal, that should get started.
Oh, in our prayer wall.
That we get started.
We can have because we took a step. Okay, we bought the bulletin board.
Yes.
For the prayer wall. We haven't put anything on it yet, but we are gonna make a prayer wall. We have the board.
Let me show you.
We have the resources.
We're all about boards. Let me show you.
Oh, don't show that.
I'm gonna go quick. It'll be quick. We're all about
vision board.
Vision board.
It's not a very pretty vision board. It's literally just words. But all we do is we just write it all out. And just to have it visually. But we have another one of those that's going to be our prayer.
We still need to hang that. That's the problem now. We need to see it every day.
No, but
look at it like we're supposed to be visioning these goals.
We take like half a baby step at a time, where it's like, let's do a vision board. Great idea. 2 weeks later, we bought a board. 3 weeks later, let's fill it out. 2 months later, let's hang it up. So
by the time it's 2025,
we'll have our 2024 vision board up.
No, another big impact story is that Joni is walking. Yes. At 16 months, right?
16 months, just like River. So Judah, our firstborn, was our 11-month walker. Like right the week before he turned 1, he was walking. Because I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. He's walking before he's even 1. And then River was 16 months, and I had all the thoughts and all the scary things, and I'm like, he's delayed, he's this, he's that, and I was so worried.
Yeah, and this time around with Joni, I didn't know. I was like, she'll walk when she'll walk.
It just happened. River just started walking.
Well, River just started walking, but that answers so many prayers. I remember we were like burdened, like man.
Well, and the doctor is telling you that this is going to be delayed. You need to do this. You need to take him to therapy, and sometimes that's super valid and really helpful and really great resource to take advantage of.
But it can be overwhelming at times. How that expectation is.
To worry about it.
Yeah.
So
a lot of times I feel like the more and more we have 3 kids now, and I feel like by the time the 3rd kid rolls around, you're like, oh, that's the stuff that Joni does that we don't even pay attention to. Like, she's fine.
We pay attention to her. I love her.
Yeah, we do love her.
She's my favorite child.
And you're my favorite wife.
But she's my favorite daughter. But here's the thing, like, I pay attention to her.
No, I know
I'm
you do.
less worried.
Yeah, you're not full of anxiety and
I'm
stress.
not like Googling every 5 seconds. Or look, it's like something I've seen before, so I'm not as worried about it. But yeah, she was, when she wasn't walking at a year, and then again at like 14 months, I was like, okay, she's going to be a 16-monther probably.
16-monther.
Like River was, and boom, 16 months rolled around. She just pushed herself right up and she just started walking. And we didn't sit there with her and practice a bunch.
Yeah, who got time for that?
And we didn't. Some people do, and it's really sweet. So I just didn't do that.
That's why I love our motto, just good enough.
No, it's not our motto.
How's the house looking today? Just good enough.
Your motto your whole life has been good enough.
Good enough. But then we turn that around. Okay, what's the enemy of great? Good enough.
Good enough.
All right. I think that's enough we got. We got any other tidbits?
You know what Judah told me today?
What did he tell you?
I was doing the dishes just now, and he was like, Mama, I want you to cut your hair, like really short. Like shave it off.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay. I could. Why? He's like, because I find your hair all over the house. It's everywhere. He goes, your hair gets stuck in my mouth, and it's in my bed, and I have to pull it out of Joni's hands when she's crawling around. And he's like, I'm just tired of having your hair all over me, Mama.
Welcome to my life.
I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, Judah, that's a really good point. I could maintain the amount of hair that I pull out of my own head and just drop it on the floor. I could.
She's literally doing it right now.
I'm like, I just do this.
She's creating her nest. We call it nesting, and she creates her own. She creates her own nest in the cars. And everywhere she goes, she's like making baby bird nests so that when birds fly along, they're like,
when there's like
Snow White
one hair that's like way longer, like out to here, and you're like, obviously this hair's not attached to me, and I have to just, I don't yank my hair out. I'm like, oh, like if there's any loose ones, then I just pull them out, but then I don't like dispose of them properly.
So let me just say,
so this house
Judah,
is like
welcome to my life.
A nest of my hair,
and
I'll do
just
better.
Deal with it.
I'll braid it more to keep them all intact.
I love you, honey, but don't make promises you can't keep, baby.
I'll braid it more. I will.
I know.
I'll braid it.
She'll braid it. So all that to say is, if you have hair problems, cut it, shave it. I've been telling Alyssa to shave her head for years.
You don't want that. Nobody wants that.
I think they want it. If we get 1 million subscribers right now, we will shave your head.
My hair covers a multitude of sins, so I need to keep it long. Okay.
You're like Samson. If you cut your hair,
I lose everything. I'm not gonna lie. You'll see. If I had no hair, you would be like, who the? So, all right. Well, fans. Things are going good with us, though. I love you. And we're just having a good old grand old time.
See you in another 2 months.
Yeah.